Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Composer, and today we are doing my version of the Mac Mini campaign and rescoring the ad. And this is similar to every other video. What's in my head? How do I get it down? What are, instruments do I use? How do I use them? How do I manipulate them? Stuff like that. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. If you don't follow me on any social media platforms, Compose on everything: TikTok, Instagram. And of course, if you don't subscribe on YouTube, please help me, man. Help me. Subscribe on YouTube, like the video, share it with your friends, producer, composer friends. And without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So, we're literally in my brain right now. I've got it on a whiteboard. I have a physical whiteboard, which sometimes I do, draw out project ideas depending on how serious the idea is. But this is literally like a representation of what goes on in my brain, the buzzwords that we'd need to use in order to hit the criteria on the brief or on the script. So one of the first, words I put down was simple. It is very simple. It is a very, very simple product to use. You buy it, it comes in a small box, I'm sure, and you slap it on your desk, and you get your monitor, and you boot it up, and you get straight to working. Really and truly, that's what it is. It's really, really idiot-proof. I also put electric. Not just, of course, it's an electronic item, but it's very electric, it's very powerful, it's very, very fast. Though it's small, it's powerful. And these are the things that need to be conveyed in the music. What type of chords do I go for? Should I make them open chords or should I make them more compact chords? We'll probably go for those compact chords because, it's more of a compact item, but it packs a punch. Again, compact is there as well. And energetic. It actually kind of reminds me of like a little kid. He's small, but he's just bouncing off the walls and he's just very, very energetic. He's just so rugged. And this is the Mac Mini. So how can we put that in musical terms? How can we put that in a musical language that makes sense to the listener and eventually makes them want to buy the product that we're trying to sell? Again, we're trying to make them buy the product musically. So how can we do that? We'll use that with our terms that we have on our board here. So the hardest part is not necessarily writing down the words on, our whiteboard or in our brain. It's translating it and transcribing it in our musical language, in our sonic language. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and it's going to be really, really fun. Honestly, I had fun making this because, I'm a product of my environment. I'm a youngster, so I kind of hear the trends that happen on TikTok and stuff, so I know what really gets people moving, and I know what gets people, smiling. So let's get straight into our logic session. So as we can see, guys, welcome to the logic session. How many tracks are we using? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's quite a few tracks. There's around 15 tracks, 15, 16 tracks. Yeah. So of course, a lot of those things are doubled. I wanted to manipulate some certain things, show that we've gone up a level to show that energetic nature. Again, that's on the brief, or my made-up brief anyway. But it's on the our little brief that we made up. And really and truly, we really want to be hitting the criteria. So like you saw at the beginning of the video, like the very beginning, you saw the video and how things made sense. It starts with your chord progression as well. It can be repetitive. That's to show how energetic it is. It's like a kid just like tapping you, like, buy this. Can you buy this? Can you buy this for me? Buy this for me? Buy this. And that's what Apple wants you to do. Like, they really want you to buy this. So really and truly, I'll play you the first like 6 bars and I'll show you why I did it. So here we go. It's more than 6 bars, but the chord progression is really, really powerful. And the reason why I wanted that is because I wanted it bright. So we're in the key of F major. I don't normally play in F. But I'm trying to challenge myself to play in all 12 keys. So I guess this really, really helps my process. So we're going to use the 2. So I didn't even start from the minor chord. Of course, it's a minor chord, but I didn't start from the minor 6. I started from the minor 2. So G minor, 4, B flat major 7, the minor 6 rather, major 5. And I put it through the arpeggiator because, again, to show that energetic nature is really, really important that we show that off. Of course, it's an arpeggiator, 16-note subdivision, and we've got Omnisphere. I'm going to show you the plugin. I'm going to be nice and show you the plugin. Soon I won't be doing it, but it's called Olden Days Flutes, and it really, really helps because it just helps with that vibe. I don't know how to explain it. When words fail, music speaks, but it helps my progression out a lot. Really compliments it. And it fits within a tight space. Again, it's compact. It's not really too open. It's not really too closed. It gives that breathing room for others. So yeah. And of course the sub bass to show its power. Again, on this channel I've told you my love for sampling. It's just made room for me. Like, it just makes my production a bit different. So here it is. The sample's a bit longer. I can show you actually what it sounds like. So here is the actual sample. I believe it's longer than that, but I just chopped it down to make it short and snappy, very simple, like what our whiteboard session said. And I EQ'd it to give it that more powerful vibe. So I believe I took out a lot of the high and lows, and I boosted the mid frequencies as well. And yeah, it really, really helps make that futuristic vibe. So yeah, I did that, and really and truly for our intro, that was it. It was nothing too complex. Again, we're trying to hit the brief. We're trying to complement the visuals with our music, and we're gonna go into the next section, and it's this part. Here, look at it now. So I gave it that like that bounce. I mean, I'm from the UK, so we have a genre called garage, and this beat leans into that. And I wanted it to be really energetic. I wanted the drums to be in your face. I wanted the visuals to really complement it as well. And again, same with the arpeggiated stuff. It really copies it. Yeah. It really, really helps. It really, really helps. I wanted to put it through the automated arpeggiator with the MIDI effects, but I thought, you know what, it just hits a bit home that I do it manually with my own fingers. And it really, really helps. Again, this is from the video game pack in Omnisphere as well. Video game glitch, that's what it's called, video game glitch, and it's really, really good, incredibly good. And I just use it all the way straight through. And I was like, you know what, I need something to support this, so I'm gonna add a pad underneath it as well. Well, actually, I do an octave up actually. Sounds like an ugly sound. It sounds very, very ugly, but when it's put in context, I call it its brother, the lower octave, it makes a lot of sense. And I forgot to mention, in the beginning, I really wanted, it's very obvious that the creators, the editors wanted the music to be in sync with each frame. So this took me the longest amount of time just to be tapping tempo. And I landed on 162 BPM honestly, I really wanted to be technical and put 162.5 BPM, but I was like, just for the sake of simplicity and hitting the frames the way it's supposed to, I'm just gonna put on 162 BPM, and I think that did more favors than 162.5 BPM. But every single note, every single beat hits the frame perfectly. You're gonna hear it now. Look, new frame, new frame, new frame, new frame. Of course, in all adverts, you're not gonna hit the frame precisely because some people that edit the videos may not have you in mind, but it just shows great intuition if you go ahead and do the extra mile anyway. Again, UK Garage has a lot of bass guitars. I wanted to add like a very electronic bass. I was like, you know what? Let me use a stock plugin, and it's from Logic. Again, phenomenal plugin actually. I actually rate it. And then for the second part, for our bass guitar, because I doubled the instrument, I made it play a 16-note subdivision. I put it through the arpeggiator instead of just going da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I did the same thing. Again, this doesn't really necessarily feel like a real bass guitar. I really wish I could play that, and I didn't want to call on a friend because I wanted this out as soon as possible. But again, it helps fill the stereo image. It really feels that low end, and it makes it feel more beefier when the drums come in. It really gives it that backbone, and that's what a bass guitar really should provide, the backbone of the music. Sometimes when a bass guitar comes out of the music and it's just drums and keyboards and any other instrument, I can really feel like there's no low end being supplied to this. So I really wanted a low end to feel wanted in this project. And again, I missed out this pad. It's called the harmonics pad. Again, I wanted like this project to feel electric. This is a very electric item. It is small, but it really packs a punch, and that's what the music should be showing as well. And again, with our sample, I'm gonna solo it out for you. Really hitting those frames. And then we move on to our Jersey beat, which I'll dissect for you. And then final thing of this section is our drum section. And again, it's just a classic UK garage beat. And of course, I added this to know that we're trying to transition to a new section. So I'll show you. Shows energy. Oh, we're not there yet. We're not there. So here it is. Open hi-hat as well. Just really embellishing. Is it open hi-hat or a crash? Just really making sure that we start those new beats again, those measures. It's open hi-hat. I love using open hi-hats. I'm actually a fan of Aaron Spears. I love the way that he just articulates short notes. Like, I love playing drums. I try my best. I like the way that he hits hi-hat chokes. Just stack notes, just short staccato notes on the drum set. I've always been inspired by that, and I always try and put it in my productions or in my live playing as much as possible. I abuse it sometimes, but it's like, yeah, he's a late great, and honestly, man, rest in peace, because a phenomenal, influence on my playing and my my production work, believe it or not. So yeah, late great, rest in peace to Aaron Spears, man. But yeah. Of course, it's an automated open hi-hat, open and close hi-hat. It literally opens and closes at the last second. But yeah, that's pretty much our drum section. And then here we go. Again, same instrumental, same things, same 16-note subdivision on our bass guitar, but our beat changes. So it shows that we've gone up a level. and that's what, you know, Apple want you to have with this product. They want you to go up a level. They really want you to turn up a notch when it comes to your work. So here it is. So here it is all together. It's straight diatonic chords. All the chords you'll find in the key of F, apart from the major 3 that I show you at the end. Here it is. The reason why I put the major 3 is to show that we're not kind of ending, but again, it just gives it an unexpected, you know, it's really unexpected. Normally small computers are not that powerful, especially back in the day. If you were carrying a laptop, it wasn't seen that powerful. Or you're carrying a small computer, people wouldn't rate you because it's like, oh, that's a small computer. You just use that for uni work or just to write Word documents. But now, you know, the game's changed. Small laptops can carry a punch. They can really be powerful. 32 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of RAM, even more with a lot of storage. So now all these like small things, small computers, phones now, they pack a punch. They're shooting Hollywood blockbusters on iPhones now, which is mad to me. But yeah, it shows that it's unexpected. It's an A major. A major. We go to that minor. It's sus4. It's not really a minor, but it's 3 sus4. And it's fun to play. It's really, really fun to play. Put it in context, it's really, really nice. Of course, the pad doesn't do it justice what I'm trying to play, but it really, really fits into the music, and we're really trying to serve the visuals. We're trying to serve the story, and again, everything's in sync. So if I show you everything, normally from here, everything's in sync. Even when that Mac Mini logo pops up. And even when the Apple logo comes in. So really and truly, that's all the video. There wasn't much sound effects. Although there's sound effects in the original, I wasn't able to get my hands on some original Apple ones. So hopefully, maybe if I start doing work for them soon, hopefully I can get access to their sound packs and their, you know, sound effects that they use for their adverts. But really and truly, they're just simple whooshes. It's nothing too crazy. Look, to show the decrease. And I wish I had sound effects for this. Honestly, that's the one thing I probably let myself down on. But again, it's not my fault because I really want to get those packs and you know, strive for as much realism as possible. And the last one is here when it flips the actual Mac. Again, what a phenomenal tool. I know people that use the Mac Mini, and they say that it doesn't really lag on them, no system overloads, which I'm really, really surprised about because I do get a system overload once in a while, but that's very, very rare. But I've got a pretty great computer and I've used it to make this, and I've had no problems. So again, guys, this is really the music behind our Mac Mini campaign. And really and truly, I do hit the brief. I showed the energy. I showed the simplicity. I showed the it being really, really electric, small but mighty with our chords that we used. And again, with our energy, with our beat, it keeps people moving. Unexpected chord, which is the major 3, always takes some people by surprise, and it's really, really fun to use, especially within cinematic music, film music. That major 3, especially epic music, stuff like that, it really, 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 really takes people by surprise, and it lifts people up. It's very unexpected, and I wanted to use it in this. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe. If you learned something new, tell me in the comments, tell me on my Instagram DM, tell me on TikTok, wherever it is. We're really trying to, grow community here, and I'm really being comfortable. I'm really comfortable around the camera now in terms of showing my work. I won't be able to show everything, but what I can show, I'm always willing to give. I also have a new movie coming out next year. It's called At This Moment It's Us, and I'll drop the link for the website as well. You can go and check it out. I'm composing that new short film. Hopefully we can go on a nice festival run as well abroad. And yeah, without further ado, guys, it's Semi-Composer. If you don't follow me on any social media platforms, please, I encourage you to do so. Links are all in my bio. Even the plugins I use, some of the plugins I used, you'll find them in the link within the bio. Guys, it's been a phenomenal time. Please enjoy yourselves and take care. Bye.